What is up guys, this is Stereo back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest build of EvolutionX ROM based on Android 13, and this is the 7th October 2022 build, the latest one as of right now. And here is how the about section looks like. We have the EvolutionX logo up top, but here you will see a little bit of tint in the background of the EvolutionX logo. I think it was not there earlier, but right now this is present. And we have the Android version as Android 13. If you make this clock to 1 o'clock, you will see the Android 13's Easter egg. And of course, you are getting all these emojis of Android 13. We have the EvolutionX version as 7.2 Unbound for Rafael. And this is the official build again. And we have the October security patch. So this is the latest security patch that you are getting right out of the box. So that's great. We have the stock kernel as the Soviet star kernel. Here is the build date 7th October 2022 again. The build maintainer is still Stulix, and we have the build number right here. In the system settings, we still have the gesture settings. In here, you will get multiple options. In the quick tap or the back tap kind of settings, we are still having the take screenshot, the access digital assistant or Google Assistant, and the toggle flashlight option for the back tap. And we have the quickly open camera right here. Then we get the system navigation gestures. In the settings of it, we have the pill length and the radius customization. This is how the pill bar actually looks with everything maxed out. And we also have the space under the keyboard. You can customize it to default, narrow or hidden. And we have the back gesture animation, the haptic feedback, and the swipe to invoke assistant and stuff. Everything is working perfectly fine here. We have the left edge, right edge customization. Then we have the amount of screen height to be used for the back gesture. Then we have the screen swipe to take screenshot. And this actually works fine. Let me actually show you here. We have the share, edit, delete, and the Google Lens option. Also, there is the capture mode feature if there is a lot of scrolling space. And we have a one-handed mode that works fine again. And you can also use the one-hand mode for the notification and stuff. Let me go back. We have the front camera settings, and we have the system updater right here, so you can check for updates from here. But let me tell you, if you want to flash test ROM, you can find the guides in the description. Also, one more thing, the EvolutionX right now has a beta kind of channel where it is exclusive builds and you have to pay for that. I think I'll put all the links in the description if you want to switch to the paid builds, but the stable official builds are still free. So you can definitely download it from the EvolutionX's website. And one thing I forgot to mention, that after flashing the ROM, you need to remember two things. On the first boot, there will be two issues. First of all, the whole UI will be at 30 Hz. So you need to just lock the device and completely turn off the screen. Do not enable always on display in that time on the first boot. Disable the always on display and lock the screen for a couple of seconds. It will be fixed after unlocking it. After that, you will see the fingerprint scanner, it's not registering. So that's a normal bug for the first boot again. You need to just reboot the device once. Afterwards, your fingerprint scanner will be working and will be setting up perfectly fine. These are two issues that I have recognized with the first boot of this particular ROM. Otherwise, everything is perfectly fine after a reboot. And let me show you the home screen right now. This is how the home screen looks like. To the left of it, we have the Google's Discover page. By the way, I have been using a Walpy app which looks like this. I'll link the app in the description. Again, you should not worry about it. Swiping down anywhere in the home screen will get you the quick setting panel or the notification panel. And here, even if you have the dark theme disabled, in the light theme also, the quick setting panel stays dark in the EvolutionX ROM, or this is like the stock pixel kind of experience over here. So yeah, even in the light theme, this quick setting panel does not get white. That's how it is. And here, swiping up will get you to the app drawer. You can search for any particular thing that you are looking for. And let me show you the search panel. If you tap here, this is how the searching panel looks like. It will show you the suggestions just like this. And yes, we already have the 72 Hz mode over here. So the display right now is running at 72 FPS. You can switch it to with the display settings. I'll show you that later on. Right now it shows 73 Hz, and yes, the whole display is really smooth. No issues whatsoever that I have faced with the high refresh rate options over here. Right now, let me show you the widgets. This is how it looks like. The battery widget is actually working perfectly fine now. We can see the normal battery stats and the Bluetooth battery stats as well. If you click on each of them, you can get into the battery kind of settings. And over here, if you tap on the Bluetooth battery settings, you can go into the Bluetooth battery kind of thing where you can add even other Bluetooth devices. But talking about normal battery settings, let me show you here. We are getting the charging cycles, but for some reason right now it shows 0 cycles for me. It's not accurate. Even the current battery capacity is not accurate, I feel. That's because my battery again is a new one, so it should be around 4000 mAh, but it shows actually about 3000 mAh. So yeah, and the battery temperature is accurate, I would say. And the battery optimization option is also there. You can use it if you want. And we also have the smart charging mode. You can enable it to trigger the charging level and stuff. And we have the daily battery usage stats and stuff switching option. Let's talk about the battery life right now. I have tested it with the Active battery app, and with that I have got about 8 hours and 12 minutes of screen on time. That's just awesome. And the screen off, you can see it's about 200 plus hours. So you can guess the standby time, really amazing over here. And even the combined use is more than like 3 days, I would say. The battery life overall on this particular ROM has been great. I haven't had any issues, but again, I have a brand new battery over here. And here in the battery health settings, you can see it shows actually 100%. So you can guess the battery health for me is pretty much awesome. And here in the battery charging cycle, you can see I have gotten through a couple of charging cycles, and fast charging is also working perfectly fine. You should not worry about fast charging at all. With a 33 watt charger, it actually goes above 4000 mAh, but the temperatures while charging with the 18 watt fast charger is much lesser when compared to the 33 watt. That's how it is. Let me talk about the stock camera here. Well, right now you are getting a stock camera, that is the Google Camera Go. And yes, it is a basic camera, takes the picture perfectly fine. As you can see, it's fast while taking the pictures. And yes, the quality is great. It is not bad at all, but definitely it's not as close as any MIUI camera or something. The optimization is not that good. But yes, the colors are pretty much fine. But in selfies and stuff, in portrait selfie, this is a portrait selfie I took on this particular Gcam Go. You can see it is quite underexposed. I have compared it with the previous video. You can watch the Redmi Note 10 Pro's video if you want to see the ANX camera and this Gcam Go difference. In Android 13, you are not getting ANX camera even if you install it separately. That's how it is. The ANX camera is not supported in Android 13. So yes, I would say it is actually better than how it was, because earlier we used to not get even this Gcam Go, but right now we are actually getting to use this Gcam Go right out of the box. That's good enough, I would say. And here you also have this face retouching mode and stuff if you want to use those. So this is the default camera that you get. The Gcam Go is pretty decent. But I have installed a couple of other Gcams. I'll list this below. These are working perfectly fine. This is the latest MGC one. Also a little bit older MGC one I have installed. With that you can actually use the other lenses like the 2x telephoto lens and the 0.66 ultra wide lens is actually working perfectly fine with this particular Gcam. And let me actually switch to the video mode so that I can show you some more things with this. And with this, you can actually shoot 4K 60 and the Full HD 60. And you can also switch the mics to your Bluetooth mic or your phone's mic and stuff. So yeah, this is a great camera app, I would say. I'll list it below in the description. Talking about the quick setting panel, this is how it looks like. You can edit it out if you want. You can add even more toggles. So there are a plethora of toggles, and we have the anti-flicker and stuff. Then the FPS info is also added. And here we have the internet toggle. You can also get the mobile data and stuff over here. If you have a SIM card in the device, yes, the VoLTE calls and stuff are supported, but I don't have a SIM card in the device. That's why you are not seeing any VoLTE logo. The Bluetooth battery stat shows up on the status bar and the quick setting panel as well. We have the night light, airplane mode, hotspot, normal stuff. And we have the screen recorder as well. These are the features that you get with the screen recorder. Also right now we are getting this HEVC. So the screen recordings will take a lot less storage. So that's great. We are getting this HEVC for the screen recording over here. I haven't seen this in any other custom ROM, but here you will get the HEVC for the screen recording. That's just huge. Also, we are getting the device audio and microphone audio recording at the same time. That's great. We have the heads up, the battery saver, do not disturb data saver, and the always on display toggle. And here you can also enable the always on display just for charging and stuff. Let me go to the next one. We have the extra dim, the anti-flicker or the receiving mode is there and it is working fine. And the FPS info you can also enable. Right now, as you can see, the FPS actually shows up right over there. If I make this screen to actually show, as you can see, 70 plus FPS is showing up over there while scrolling and stuff. And we have the reboot toggle, so you can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot if you just tap and hold on that one. Also, we have the live display, so if you want to enable this outdoor bright sun mode, you can definitely enable that from right here. And this is how the power menu appears. Of course, the animation just looks beautiful, as you can see. And here we have the advanced reboot. You can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here. You can go into the settings from right here. It looks like this. The overall experience of Android 13, I would say, has been amazing. And the overall performance was great. Even in recent panel and stuff, you will see the whole UI is very fluid. I haven't had any issues. And there is the split top mode in the recent panel settings. And here, if you are using two apps together, this is how it will look. You can switch the apps just like this, or you can scale the apps just like this. So yeah, the overall experience of Android 13 over here on the Redmi K20 Pro has been much smoother with the latest build of EvolutionX ROM based on Android 13, I would say. Just notice how much fluid this UI is. But here in the recent panel, we also have the screenshot, the select option, and you can go all the way to the left to clear all the apps. But let me mention one more bug. While I was browsing the internet with the Chrome and stuff, I tried to open multiple amount of tabs. So if I did that, I would say sometimes I have seen the Chrome just force stops, or it just goes to the home screen just like this. Then I had to reopen it from the recent panel, then it reloaded. So there is this memory leak kind of issues sometimes, which actually closes some particular apps just from memory, I guess. But this used to happen a lot more with the previous updates, but with this latest update, it's a lot less, I would say. And here are the end-to-end Geekbench score with the CPU stress test on this particular build. Right now, let me show you the customization panel. Yes, the customization panel still has amazing amount of customization. We have the dark theme, and in here we have the vivid colors. That's the pitch black, you can say. And we have the headline and body fonts. We are getting the lemon milk, and we have the nothing dot font and stuff. Then we have the Oppo Sans and the other Roboto and stuff. Let me go back. We have the icon packs, you can customize them, and we have the signal icons, you can choose it to iOS and stuff. Then we have the Wi-Fi icon styles and stuff. Then we have the icon shapes, and plethora of icon shapes are there, and the navbar styles you are getting. Let me go back. We have the status bar settings, and in here we have the battery icon style, right, left of landscape. Then we have the big dotted circle and stuff if you want to use those, and we have also the battery bar. Then inside status bar we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. kind of icons. Let me go back. We have the show data disabled icon and stuff, Bluetooth battery stats, and show Wi-Fi standard icon. That is, it will actually show if it's a 5 GHz Wi-Fi. If you're noticing right below this Wi-Fi icon, you will see 5. That simply means it's a 5 GHz Wi-Fi network that I'm connected to. These are nifty little things, but makes a huge difference while daily driving, I would say. Let me go back. We have the notification panel, we have the reticker and stuff, heads up, you can disable or enable in-call vibrations, and the do not disturb battery charging light. Then we have the blink flashlight for incoming call. Let me go back. We have the quick setting panel, we have the clock font size and stuff changing option for the quick setting panel, and there is this follow status bar option. So right now I have this battery icon for the status bar that will also appear in the quick setting panel if I have this follow status bar, or you can choose some particular other icons for the quick setting panel only. That's just beautiful. And we have the secure quick setting tiles, and of course you can choose the brightness slider position and stuff for the quick setting panel. I have chosen to bottom, so that's why it will always appear on the bottom. So very handy to actually reach the brightness slider whenever I want to. Also in the gestures there is the brightness control, so I can swipe or slide a finger on the status bar to actually adjust the brightness. We have the long press forward and toggle torch. Then we have the double tap to sleep on the lock screen and the status bar as well. Let me go back to the power menu. Here we have the power menu opacity. Then we have the advanced reboot and stuff enabling option, and in the lock screen we have the UDFPS kind of customization. Then we have the height status bar, media cover art, ripple effect and stuff. Also in the UDFPS settings you will get multiple fingerprint scanner icons. Just notice how many options are there. There are a plethora of icons for the fingerprint scanner. Well, this is new, I guess. These the cartoon ones are new. So yeah, amazing amount of options even for the animation. Let me actually enable that. As you can see, these are the fingerprint scanner animations that you will get. Again, plethora of amount of options are there for the fingerprint scanner animations. We have the buttons here. We have the navigation bar and the show volume panel on the left side. Click to take partial screenshot and stuff. And in the animation, you can set the screen of animation to default CRT or scale. And even we have the power menu appearing animation. That's great. We have the MISC settings as well. We have the always on display scheduling option. The game space is there. That's a gaming bar kind of window. Whenever you are launching a game, it will appear, and you can add any particular game that you are willing to. Also, there is the AppLock, and this is in the customization settings. So in the protected apps, you can turn on particular apps to actually lock. And you can also do this redact notification, and we have this hide from launcher option. So you can enable all these options if you want. So I just enabled the Telegram app AppLock, and this is how the AppLock actually work. And it will actually show you the fingerprint scanner and use pin option. So if I tap the fingerprint scanner, as you can see, the app particularly unlocks. So yes, the AppLock is working perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever. You can enable any app that you are willing to from right here. Let me go back. We have the auto lock timeout too. You can set it to 5 seconds or something. We have the launch music app on headset connect, and the unlimited Google photo storage and the unlock higher FPS in games, both are there. And we have the ignore Windows secured flags, and we have the show temperature warning. Then the USB configuration, you can set it to file transfer for convenience. And we also have the sensor block per package, so you can enable it if you want to block some particular sensors for these particular apps, and you can add any apps for sensor block over here. These are amazing amount of features, I would say. And from the team, you can see the EvolutionX team, and you can donate to the developers from right here. In the sound and vibration settings, this is how it looks like. By the way, this is how the volume panel looks like. You can switch the output device from right here, and just check out the animation, how beautiful it looks. And from here, you can expand the volume panel just like this. You can put the phone into vibrate or silent from right here. Also, we have the media ring, etc. volume controls, and we have the vibration and haptics for the notification vibration, touch vibration, everything. And we have the screenshot sound, the charging vibration. Pod app volume control is also there, and the silent media mute feature is also there. And inside Me Sound Enhancer, we have the youth edition and stuff, and there you will also get the newer Bluetooth kind of presets. We have the choose preset option. From there you can use the bass reduction, treble reduction, soft bass, etc. presets. And we have the smart scene mode. Then we also have the enable hi-fi option. Then the haptic feedback is again there. This is for the vibration intensity of the whole UI, and it actually works. And we have the clear speaker option. From here you can clear the speakers out if it's dirty or something. Let me go back. We have the display settings. Right here we have the brightness level, the extra dim feature. In the lock screen we have the privacy kind of settings. Then we have the control from lock device, and we have the double line clock, show device controls, and the screen of FOD FPS, that's the screen of FOD. And in the advanced settings we have the pickup option. You can enable it if you want. We have the pocket detection, the dark theme, and the display size and text options. We have the wallpaper zoom effect. The live display is also there. There you will get the anti-flicker mode, the picture adjustment, or the color calibration. These kind of settings are also there. Also you can change the display mode to outdoor bright sun mode if you want a huge amount of brightness. And here we have the minimum and maximum refresh rate. You can switch both of them to 72 Hz if you want to have high refresh rate all the time. And we have the low power refresh rate. This is for the battery saving mode, so I just set it to 60 Hz. And the double tap to wake is actually working fine. I'll show you that later on. We have the prevent accidental wake up and the wake up on plug again. Now in the security we have the quick unlock. If you want to see that, the fingerprint option is there. And in the advanced settings, in the AppLock settings also, you can go into the AppLock from right here. So yeah, AppLock is right now present. That's just great, but still we are not getting the face unlock option. So right now let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed and stuff. So from here I just double tap, and this is how the always on display actually looks. Yes, double tap to wake is also working perfectly fine, and double tap to sleep as well on the lock screen is working fine. And yes, from the always on display, if I tap the fingerprint scanner, this is how it unlocks. Just notice the fingerprint scanner speed. So it is fairly fast, I would say, from the always on display too. But if I just disable the always on display, so right now if I double tap, yes, double tap to wake is also working fine. When the screen is locked, if you are looking for the screen of FOD, yes, it is working fine. As you can see, the screen is completely locked. And right now if I just tap the fingerprint scanner over here, as you can see, it unlocks. So yes, the fingerprint scanner speed is working perfectly fine. And again, the app lock is working perfectly fine. You should not worry about it at all. So what do I think about the latest EvolutionX ROM? So yes, it's getting there with the stability, with the customizations. And yes, it's a lot better experience, I would say. In Android 13 overall, the optimization is amazing. The animations are much more smoother from Android 12L if I compare. And overall for the Redmi K20 Pro, you can definitely use it as a daily driver. But you have to remember, you cannot use ANX or MIUI camera over here. If you're a ANX or MIUI camera user, you will definitely miss that on Android 13. Otherwise, the overall stability and performance of the whole UI with the Redmi K20 Pro is just buttery smooth. I did not see any other issues with the performance over here, and I really want to daily drive it, but just for the camera, I'm not able to put my daily driver SIM card in this device because I do not get the ANX camera over here. Otherwise, I would have loved to daily drive this ROM. Only the ANX camera is not present. That's actually letting me down. If you don't want the ANX camera and stuff, this is one of the best choices that you will get for the Redmi K20 Pro. And the EvolutionX is back again where it was, and the stability is amazingly good right now. That's how I feel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share this video with your friends if you want them to know about the latest EvolutionX ROM based on Android 13 on the Redmi K20 Pro and how it's actually working. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.